So thank you for downloading the VR quoting calculator. I hope that you find this spreadsheet, this tool, really useful. I mean, my wish for you is that it makes your job of quoting for your commercial clients a lot simpler and a lot less stressful and hassle-free. Instead of it taking you hours to put together a quote, it should just take you a few minutes. Okay, so let's get straight on into what we need to do. Let's go on with training. It shouldn't take long. So the first thing you're going to do when you run the program, you're going to come to our start here page, and this is just going to give you some quick information, but hopefully this video will explain everything for you very quickly. The most important thing to note is where it says authorization required. The reason why it says that is because this spreadsheet uses JavaScript and you need to approve the use of that. So just click OK, and then everything will be fine. Your PC would log it, and then we can get straight on with quoting. The first thing what's going to happen is that you're going to come down here and you're going to see two tabs, the start here and the new quote. Click on the new quote, it opens the calculator for you. What I suggest you do is come down to the drop down menu, click duplicate, and you see another tab appear. Now if you click on this new tab, the drop down menu, click rename and name that to whatever you want, probably your client's name. So in my case for this demo, it's Mr. Smith. Let's do that again. It's Mr. Smith. That way you've got a clean sheet every time you want to start a new quote, just by clicking the new quote button, okay? Or you can click the new quote button up here and it will open up a new quote for you. Now let's get into it. So the spreadsheet is split up into 6 sections: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The first section is fairly straightforward. You're going to put your client's name in, email address, phone number, postcode, where the location is that you're going to be filming. The second section, outgoing expenses. This is where you want to put in your direct expenses. So for example, if you're going to be hiring equipment, camera, you can do that. You can just say you're hiring a camera for 2 days, you can click here. You can change the cost. In this, for this demo I put £30 per day. You can see it gives you a total of £60. Again, if you are traveling by car and you need to charge mileage, you can put in the total amount of mileage you're going to do. So let's say for example you're going to do 35 miles round trip. Also hit the tab key on your keyboard. You can put in how much you want to charge per mile. In the UK, we normally go by the AA recommended mileage charts. Wherever you are, put whatever you want. And again, it will add that up for you. And again, you can see that your subtotal has changed, okay? You've got 2 other charges. These can be for whatever you want. You might need accommodation for a night. You might need parking or food. You can put that in these, or you can just round everything up and put it into one. It doesn't matter. Public transport, I often go by train because I'm based in London, so that way I can just put the price of the ticket in and charge for that as well. So for example, if I was traveling for 1 day and the ticket is going to buy 1 ticket and it's going to cost me £15 return, I can put that in there and you can see that it adds it up and your subtotals there. So just for that section alone, you know straight away your outgoing expenses is going to be £94.60 in this case. Now, this is where the magic begins to happen, guys. The shooting costs. This is what this is where you are going to start building out your quote to your client, okay? How many panels are needed? Hopefully you'd have had an idea, or you've done a site visit and you know exactly what's needed. Okay, so let's say for example you've got 10 panos are gonna, let's make it 20. You're gonna do 20 panos for this particular contract. You can charge whatever you want. For the purpose of this demo, we're charging £40 per panel. You can see it adds it up for you, £800. You'll also notice a discount, but nothing's been applied, all right? You can apply 10% discount, a 30% discount, or a 50% discount. Depends how generous you are feeling. Let's go back to 10%. Now, the way this spreadsheet works, the discount is not applied to every single panel. It's only applied to the numbers of panel after your required amount. So for example, for this demo, I have 40 panels. Customers can get 40 panels at full price, 1,600. After that, I will give them a discount on the rest of the panels. Okay, so if I go to say 45 panels, they're getting a 10% discount on the 5 panels after the 40 I've already taken. I hope that makes sense. Very simple to follow. Okay, you do not want to be given a discount on the whole job. Just give them a discount on the amount of panels you've done after a set amount. Okay, now you can change that amount to whatever you want. And for this demonstration, I set it to 40. Let me show you how you change that amount. Okay, by the way, you can see that's a 10% discount. If you want, you can apply a 30% discount. The value changes here. You can supply a 50% discount and the value changes, and it's reflected in the total they will receive. Okay, but let's go back down to 10%. If 40 panels is too much in your case, you want to give them a discount, say after 20 panels. I'll show you how to do that. You're going to click on this box here, directly underneath the discount. So this will be box E18. You're going to click on box E18 and you're going to see the calculations come up here for this. Please do not change anything more than this section here, okay? Otherwise you'll mess up the whole formula. Just highlight the 40 in this case and change it to 20, and again highlight the 40 here and change that to 20, and it must be exact. These two must be the same. Okay, using your tab key to click out of it. And now if I go back to 19, you will see no discounts have been offered. If I go to 20, no discounts have been offered. If I go to 21, a discount has been offered. So I hope I make that clear. Okay, that's how you can apply discount after a certain amount of panels. And as you go down the list, you've got extras that you might want to add in. Are there going to be any aerial drone shots? Feel free, charge what you want for that. Let's say you're going to have 2 aerial drone shots involved. Man hours on site. How long is it going to take you to do this project? Okay, you should really charge for that. What are you going to be charging for yourself, for your time? Or if you've got an assistant, you have to charge for that as well. Okay, let's say you think you're going to be on site for 3 hours, so you can put that in at £25 an hour. It will add that up for you. When you finish the job and you get back to base, you might need to edit some of the photos. You might need to take out the tripod if you're going to do it properly. How long is that going to take? You can charge £5 per shot. Okay, let's say you've done 21 spins, so you know you've got 21 shots to edit. Yeah, put it in there. It puts the price in there for you. How long is it going to take you to build a tour on whatever software you're using? If it's going to take you an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, again, put that in. Let's say it takes you 4 hours. It adds all that up for you. It gives you a subtotal of your direct outgoing expenses. Okay. Now, the next section So when it comes to hosting your VR tour for your clients, you're probably going to be charging them on a yearly basis, but you can charge on a monthly basis as well. So if you hit the drop down menu, you can charge for 1 year, so that's 12 months. You can put that unit in there and you can change whatever you want to charge. For this demo, I've said it's £50 a month, but you could charge more. To simply change that, just click on that box and put in whatever value that suits you. Here I've just put in £50 and you can see it's calculated that for you to £600. I must say, for any of these values, you can change just by clicking in the box and changing that to whatever you need. Okay, now let's move on to the next section. Extras. Have you got any extras that you're going to try to upsell your project to your client to? You can add hotspots, you can add text hotspots, you can add photo hotspots, video hotspots, two-way video calling if you have that facility, 2D floor plan or dollhouse. All these things are chargeable, guys. Just charge for them. All right, so if you're going to have a text hotspot, you might say you're going to have 5 or 8 hotspots throughout the whole tour. Put it in there. Again, you can come down to here, you can charge whatever you want. It gives you a subtotal. Okay, again, video calling activation, you might want to do that on a yearly basis. Let's say 1 year. If you don't know what two-way video activation, two-way video calling is, on some platforms you can do a Zoom-like conversation. So your client, for example, if this was a school or a college and a prospective parent wanted to have a tour of the building, they could call the school, arrange a tour with one of the administrators of the school, and they can log on both at the same time, and they could have a face-to-face Zoom type conversation and viewing the tour, and the administrator could be telling the prospective parents what's happening in this area, what happens in this classroom, etc, etc. That's going off subject. Okay, so carrying on down the list, you've got another upsell. Do you want to give the client the possibility, if they haven't got it, a Google Street View tour? You can charge whatever you want. Okay, now you know that you've done 21 spins for that Google Street View tour. You can add it. This will automatically calculate it for you. It says it's already done it for me. It says 420. All right, if you don't want to, you can hit the button here. You can see where it says running script, and it will delete it. The next section, I love this. I love this, adding the Google Street View tour, because most people don't have it, so it's just great to do it. Okay, let's say you're going to add that in, £20 per spin. Why not? Half the price. Well, what you'd be charging for the normal spin, £420. Again, you get your subtotal, £510 logged in there. So in this final section, this is where you apply your profit, your margin, your markups. Okay, you can apply 30, 40 or 50%. Just click the button here and it will show you straight away what your margins are, what your profit is. You can remove it, or you might want to add more, just say 40%. Again, it will show you exactly what it is there, and it will add it to the total. Okay, now let's remove that for a second. Now, if you are VAT registered, you've got to pay tax. Wherever you are, you can put the rate in here. It will be reflected in this box here, and when you add your VAT, it will calculate that for you, and again, it will add it to your total, so you know exactly what VAT you have to pay, and it will add it to your total for you to quote your client absolutely accurately. Okay, let's remove the VAT for now. So as you can see, this VR quoting calculator takes out all the stress and strain and hassle of putting together a precise quote for your clients. Enjoy. If you've got any feedbacks, please reach out and let me know.